Right. Okay. Hopefully live now. All right. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Yes. What is good, everyone? Um, it's me again, Tunji from Ceasar Graphics, and so we are now on the part two of the portfolio design training, and I'm sure that you guys are going to enjoy today's meeting. All right. And so I need to turn on my camera so you guys can see me. Please, if my voice is clean and clear, I'll appreciate if you can drop a message in the comment box if you can hear my voice. Can you guys hear me? Because I can hear myself here. So I hope everyone of you can also hear me. Okay. No comment yet. All right. Okay. All right. I hope everyone can hear me. All right, guys. So here we are again on the portfolio design training, and we're doing the part two of the training today. So what we're going to be doing today is the creating of the menu page, and also we are going to be I'm going to be teaching you guys how to know what to focus on when working on your portfolio, because so many creatives always end up loading their portfolio with designs, and that's not how to design a portfolio. All right. I mentioned this in the part one of this training, that your portfolio should be about quality over quantity. And in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to know what to focus on. I mean, like the type of project you're supposed to put on your portfolio that will get you the right client, or give you the opportunity to work for your dream brand. All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to continue from where we stopped last week. All right. And I'm going to share my screen with you guys now. Yes. So this is where we stopped last week. And yeah. So this is where we stopped last week. And yeah, I noticed there's an error on my write-up here. All right. There's an error on this side of my write-up where I have the design for me is a journey. All right. So this part here is not supposed to be creative passion. It's supposed to be communication. I noticed that after I hit the end button last week. So it should be communication. All right. All right. Then yeah. Okay, so we now have design for me is a journey, a process of discovery that is fueled with research and creative passion, as well as the desire to enrich and ignite communication. All right. So the next thing we're doing today is to design our menu page. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hide this for now. And the only thing I'm only going to bring out from here is the, okay, you know what we'll do, guys? I'm thinking of taking the numbering out from here. All right. So we are not going to have any number on this page. Yeah, I think it's fine this way. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to push everything down. So guys, if you have questions you want to ask me, try get them ready. Then after the meeting, I'm going to answer your question. But I'll appreciate if you guys can drop a message in the comment box. I'm seeing unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I can see your messages, guys. All right, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so yeah. So what we're going to do now is so I'm going to go straight to, I'm going to hide this, yes, and we need to bring out our background. Very important. So I'm going to hit Control J, or better still, let's just leave our background here. All right, and I'm going to close this. Okay, the background should be out like that. And yeah. So yeah, we have this like this, and this is beautiful. So let's start putting the let's start designing our menu. All right, and okay, you know what? I don't want to skip anything. All right, before I get to the designing of the menu, I need to quickly let you guys know, some very important tips. All right, before we get to the menu. Okay. Yeah. So, when you're designing your portfolio, okay, I want every one of you to know that your portfolio is important than, in fact, it's important than your resume, because your portfolio is what really tell your employer how good you are and how you think as a creative designer. All right. So before you get to the putting together of what to put on your portfolio, I want to share this with you. So I'm going to share my slide with you here now, and I'm going to use that to explain what I want you guys to know here. So I'm going to turn this on, and okay, yeah. So like I said, there are some questions you need to ask. So I'm going to put this up right now. Good. So now, before you work on any portfolio design, there are some questions you need to ask yourself. Now, these questions are what will make you know how to shape your portfolio the right way. Now, there are before you work on your portfolio, you need to first ask yourself, who are your target clients? Like, who are the type of people you want to see yourself working for? Why? Because, and this part is very important, because when you don't work for the right people, all right, the type of people you want to see yourself working for, you are going to find graphic design boring and stressful. All right, so you need to draw out who exactly are the type of people you want to work for. Is it the people who are in the entertainment industry, or you want to work for organizations like brands? All right, you want to be doing more of corporate designs, or you want to be doing more of just posters. All right, so you need to draw this out, because this is what will inspire what you're going to put on your portfolio. So that by the time you send your portfolio out, the people who are your target clients, the people that you are looking for to work with, will see themselves in your portfolio. All right. So you need to first get this. And then the next thing you need to do is to know what type of work are you passionate about? What type of designs do you want to see yourself doing? Do you want to be a designer who only want to do more of packaging design, or you want to be doing printing designs, or your focus is just to be drawing logos? All right, because you're not knowing this is what always make us load our design project, our portfolio with different type of designs. And let me quickly say this to you: don't say, okay, because I want to I want people to know I'm a good designer, so I want to have every type of designs on my portfolio. See, if you design your portfolio this way, you are going to find yourself in serious trouble. Why? Because if a company who if an agency who is looking for a designer to focus on the designing of logo parts to be part of their team, and your focus is not really the logo design part, maybe your focus is on the part of designing of doing of packaging design, like package design. If they employ you for logo design and you notice that the only thing you do for the organization is logo design, you are going to find that working for the organization stressful. So you need to be sure the type of project you like to do, so that when you're working on that type of project, you won't see graphic design as work, but you see it as fun. All right, because when you are working on the type of project you want to see yourself working on, you are going to find this business as play. You're not going to find it as, it's not going to look difficult like the way some designers think it is. All right, so the next thing is there are some type of projects. All right, there are some type of projects that you must make sure you make them available on your portfolio. Very important. In fact, even if your focus is on designing of movie posters, or maybe you want to be doing logo design, or your focus is on printing project, there's these three type of projects that you must make available on your portfolio. In fact, these three type of projects are the project that make the clients know that, yes, this guy fully understands the business. All right. Now, the first two is very important. The third one is just the part of what you like. All right. And these three type of project is, number one is brand identity and logo design. And I'll tell you why this is very important. All right. Now, the reason why the brand identity part is important is because most organizations or most clients that want you to be part of their team, they understand that for you to become a good creative designer, you need to understand how to follow brand guidelines. Even if your job is to design a package project, you still need to understand a brand guideline. All right. So they want to know, okay, if you understand how to follow brand guidelines, so that by the time you start working for them, you know how to make sure you don't go outside of the brand identity. And then the other type of project that clients always look out for on your portfolio is logo design. Now, even if the client is not employing you as a logo designer, if it's not that they want you to be part of the team as a logo designer, they understand that for you to create a logo design project, there are some process that we creatives normally go through underground, like in the background, to achieve the logo. So when they see you design a logo design, they see you put a logo design project in your portfolio, and you were able to break down the process of how you were able to get to that final part of the logo, it makes them understand that, yes, when it comes to creativity, this guy or this lady understand the game. All right. So don't say because, okay, my focus is not getting clients who are going to employ me as a logo designer, then I'm not going to put logo design on my portfolio. No. You still need to put logo design on your portfolio so as to make them trust you and know that, yes, when it comes to creativity and when it comes to solving design solution, you don't have any problem with that. All right. Then the other type of project that you also need to understand is the package design. and also the part of you putting designs that nobody asked you to work on your portfolio. And one of the reasons why, as creatives, you don't have any excuse not to have a portfolio is because every organization or client that want to employ you understand that if you truly want to, if you truly need a job or you love graphic design, you are supposed to have a portfolio. So they don't care if what you have in your portfolio are fictional designs. In fact, let me quickly say this to you guys. It's always advisable for you to have fictional designs on your portfolio than designs for clients. And I'll tell you why. The design for client is going to limit your creativity to some point. Why? Because clients most time always want to have, they always have this style that doesn't really work for designs. Now, it's not all clients. Some clients don't really have that style that work well with design. And when you have styles that does not work well in design on your portfolio, it can destroy the look of your design. All right. But when it comes to designing fictional projects, you have the freedom to put what you think is best for the project, that when your employer or your client sees it, he or she won't have any other choice than to make you part of the team. And whenever you have fictional project, please guys, make sure you put it on your project, on your portfolio, that this is a fictional project. And don't say okay, if you make them know it's a fictional project, it's not going to make them it's not going to make them employ you. No, that's a big lie. In fact, they enjoy seeing fictional project and client project. Why? Because it makes them know that yes, this guy understand, or this person understand how to achieve design goals. Now listen, when you're putting your fictional project on your portfolio, don't just put the design and just put mock-up on your project. No, let them understand the process, because before you create any fictional project, there must be a reason why you create the project, and that reason is what shaped the look of the project. So but today our focus is only going to be on logo design. All right. And our next meeting is going to be on the packaging design. So for those of you that want to have the exercise file for this meeting, I have it in the description section of this this video. All right. And all right, so this is where we stop, and it's time for us to now design the menu page of our portfolio, and this is going to serve as the page 3. All right, so we're going to call this page 3. All right, and what we're going to do now is, since this is going to be the menu page, we are going to list out the type of projects that we plan to place on our portfolio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy where I have it typed here, and this can come. Okay, you know what, for consistency's sake, because that's another thing that most clients always want to see on our portfolio, so I'm going to make a copy of the about text here now, and I'll paste this here, and I'll hit the enter key and have more space like that. All right, then we can now put this here and hit Ctrl J and put this here. So we have just 4 groups of project that we're going to be placing up on our portfolio, and I'll do my best to make sure that I show you guys how you can do this right. All right, so yeah, so we have, so make sure this is well aligned. All right, this is another important thing that you also need to pay attention to. Okay, so I'm going to position this here like that, and let's just make this more a bit playful. So I'm going to position this here, and I'll tag this as O1. All right, this is going to be O1, and we can just make this a bit bigger like that. Then I'm going to reduce the opacity like so, and this can come right here. Then Control J. We now have this as okay. Let's just do 01, 02. Okay, so 02, and so then this is going to serve as the 03. Then we now have 04 here. All right, good. So, but these first two here, these two here are very important. All right, so I would like to make the two most important type of projects come after each other. All right, so packaging and branding should come together. So I'm going to paste this here, and yes, no, I mean packaging should come after. I mean packaging should come after branding. That's what I wanted to say. So we now have print and digital like that. All right, cool. So we now have our page tree here now, and I'm going to call this we're going to call this menu, or you know what we'll do, don't let us give this number also. So I'm going to move this out again. All right, so it's not going to have any number like that, so just going to remain like this. And let's make sure that this is centralized. So I'm going to hold down Control and select the background layer here and make sure this is centralized, and then I'm going to call this menu. All right, so the idea behind having a menu page is to let them know what is coming. All right, for them to know, okay, what they are going to expect. You can actually call it content page. All right, yes. So, but I always prefer calling it menu page. All right, so I'm going to hide this again now, and there's something we're going to do here, which is helping the flow of accessing our portfolio. You know, we've been using this bright background on our portfolio, so it's time for us to create the making the project look interesting. So right now what we're going to do is to change this to another color. All right, we can always use, in fact I think we use blue on the cover. Yes, so we can now have this blue color here, all right, on the opening page of our project. So I'm going to move this up here, and I'm going to hide this. All right, then we can move this here like that. Cool. Then we can now change the color of our text here to white. All right, so we can change this to white, and yep, and we can also change this to white. All right, we can also change this to white. All right, yes, this is good. Now, okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put this, we're going to make a copy of this. All right, and we can now move this here and call this branding. All right, we're going to call this branding, and then we can make this smaller. Yeah, we can use another size here now. Okay, then we can now make this centralized. All right, then so this is going to be the opening page of our branding page, and I'm going to again turn the numbering off. All right, then we are going to now okay, so let's just put this here. All right, and I'm going to call this branding. All right, I'll just call it branding. Okay, sorry. See what we're going to do, okay? Okay, see what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to hit Control Z. There's something I want to do here because, when you're designing your portfolio, okay, you also need to, put yourself in the shoe of the viewers, all right? Don't make them get tired of, looking at your portfolio, all right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a copy of this. So under branding, we have logo. All right. Yeah, we have logo. So I'm going to make this bigger like that. All right. Then I'm going to centralize this like so. Then we're going to make a copy of this. All right. And I'm going to move this here. So the shortcut for duplicating layers here in Photoshop is Control J. All right. So I'm going to paste branding here. All right. Then I'm going to add space between this, but we need to make this. So since this is branding, the page we're working on right now is branding. So we're going to leave it as bold, and I'm going to make a copy of this, and this is going to come right here, and this is going to be the packaging design or package design. All right, the package project. All right, then because this is not the page we're working on, so we are going to make use of medium. Good. Or let's just use lights instead. Let's use lights. So this is going to serve as a button. All right. We need to take this out for now, and I'll make a copy of this again, and make a copy of this again, and this can come right here, and then we can now call this print. All right. And call this print, and then Control J. We now call this digital. All right. Yes. So let's make sure the space between each of the project here is balanced. So I'm going to select this right now, and yeah, so the space between them now is balanced, and I'm going to click to activate my rule here, and I'm going to push this back like that. All right. Or I'm trying to make sure I don't use too much space here, because I know I'm going to be adding mockups and everything here. So I need to make sure that this is not taking more space. All right. I need to make sure it's not taking more space, because so I'm going to hit Control H. Yeah. So because the last time we did this, we created this guide here. So for those of you that did not if you have not watched the part 1 of this, and you don't know how I created the guide, please, I would advise you to go back and watch the video. All right. Yes. So then and I'm going to make sure that this align to this like that. And also we need to change the size of the numbering. So I'm going to use the same weights. All right. The same size with the menu here. So I'm going to change this also to the same size like that. All right. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to manage space, so that by the time I start placing my mock-up and everything about my project here, we're going to have enough room. All right. So I'm going to move this down like that, and make sure this is aligned like that, and move this down. So if I hit Control H, look at how beautiful this is. All right, so now I'm going to put this in a group. So I'm going to hit Control G. All right, I'm going to copy with this. So Control G. All right, then I'm going to call this logo cover like that. All right, so then we're going to create another group again and put this inside the group and call this branding. All right, branding. like that. And then this can now this can be small letter logo. Okay, like that. Good. All right. So we have the logo cover, and I'm going to turn this off. And right now I'm going to make a copy of this here. All right, I'm going to make a copy of this. So we're going to take this out and hit Control G and call this menu and number. All right, so we'll hit Control J, and this is going to come right here. And I'm going to change the text color to black. All right. Yes, so this is going to serve as it's going to be black color right there, and we are going to make this black also, and this can now be black like that. Good. So yeah, so I have this logo that I designed for a brand, so as to, you know, use it to teach you guys how to achieve good portfolio design layout. So I'm going to copy this now, and I'll go to Photoshop right here and hit Control V, and I'm going to hit paste right there. So this is going to serve as the projects that's the first logo design project that the client or my employer is going to see. And this, yeah, so it's the same group with this. So I'm going to call this logo. All right, then I'm going to make a copy of this, and I'll call this brief. I hope somebody's following here. So right now I'm going to hide this, open this folder here, and I'm going to hide this for now. Then I'll go to where I have the logo designed, and I'm going to copy this like this. Now look at the way I break down my logo here. It's very important. Please, guys, make sure you do this. These are simple things that make clients trust you and want to employ you. So I'm going to copy this now, and I'll go to my Photoshop application here and paste this here, and make sure that this is set to Smart Object, and I'm going to select the OK button like that. Then I'm going to hit Control H, which is one of the reasons why we created this guide here. So this is going to come right here. So this space here is for the designs. All right, this space right here is for the design, and this space here is for the brief. So right now I'm going to copy about the brand. All right, so I have it right here. So icon. Now please, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to put this on my screen here. All right, so this logo is for this brand, and I went to the about us of this brand here to read about the brand, because this is another thing that you guys also need to learn how to do. All right, you know, I mentioned fictional projects. All right, that, you know, you working on fictional project is another way you can make your employer or your clients trust you and know that you really love this business. If you don't love design, I'm telling you, getting a good client is going to be difficult. All right, please. So it's something you need to love so you can get what you want. All right, so I'm going to copy. So I'll go straight to the About Us page, because this part here is very important. I know so many of you don't know how to do this, and that's the reason why I'm teaching you now. So when you're designing a logo, the about the brand is what mostly inspired the logo. All right, so I'm going to copy this here now that says Iconma is a global information consulting, blah, 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 and blah. So I'm going to copy that now. All right, and yep, what's going on? Okay, so I'll just copy this like that, and I'm going to go straight to my Photoshop application. All right, and paste it somewhere here. All right, then you know, the font, the character we've been using is Mustard. So I'm going to go down here under my character here and select Mostrat, and I'll make sure I'm on the medium option here. Then we are going to make this smaller. All right. And I'm going to close the space between the rows like that. All right. So right now, this space here, all right. Now, the way I have my write-ups here is too wide. So I need to make it smaller. All right. I need to make it smaller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag another guide and drop here. Now, balance is very important also when you're designing your portfolio. All right. So watch where I'm going to place my guide here now. You notice I did not drop my guide here and I did not drop here. I'm going to drop it right in the middle of this column that I have here. All right. So it's going to serve as half of the column. All right. So that's another way you can create balance in graphic design. It's very important. So I need every one of you to take note of this, because I know designers think, okay, if I have a guide, all right, I should stick to the guide or the number of columns I have. No, there's this part of you adding to your guide. All right. So I'm going to make this look this way right now. And yeah. So I'm going to move this down. So then we are going to take this out. All right. No, sorry, it should be a global right now. And I hope somebody is excited with what I'm doing here, because I know this is one area that most creatives always fight with, like knowing what to put in your portfolio. Do I have a witness? If you're part of the people I'm talking about, please, I would appreciate if you can drop a message. All right, so I'm going to activate free transform and make this, bigger like that. And this is going to come right here. And I'm going to move this up right here like that. All right, now notice the way, see, part of the things I need you guys to put down or to pay attention to is how I play with space. Space, all right, is also part of what most employers look at on your portfolio. How you manage space, how you play with space, how you make the accessing the information on your portfolio easy to read. All right. So yeah, so I'm going to hit Control H now, and yeah, this is good. Then just feel like you move this, the logo up a bit, and I'm supposed to put this in a group. All right, this is supposed to be in a group. Yes, so we're supposed to put this in a group. So I'm going to hit Control G like that and call this menu space number. All right. Okay, so yeah, then I'm going to hit Control H again now, and I'm going to come right here and type goal. All right, which is the goal of the project. All right, and these need to be smaller. All right, it needs to be smaller, and then we can now use that blue color that we have on the cover here. All right, so I'm gonna make a copy of this because I need the code of that color. All right, then I'm gonna make this normal and pick the color. Copy the code from here, hit the OK button. Now we don't need this again. I'm going to hit delete. All right, then I'm going to apply the color right here. All right, yes. Then I'm going to hit Control J, and we now have this here as the solution. All right, this is going to be the solution right there. Okay, yes. So now I'm going to make this really small. This is still big, so I'm going to hit, let's make it 28. Like that, good. So right now I'm going to go to where I typed the goal. Now listen, guys, I told you this is a fictional project, and whenever you're creating a fictional project, all right, that's why, in fact, don't let me jump, all right? The way you create the way you send out questionnaires to clients is the same way you fill design questionnaire yourself. All right, that's the same way you fill design questionnaire. And I'm using the response I mostly get from clients whenever I'm asked to work on logo design projects as the goal for this project. All right, so the most response I get from the client is we need a logo that's fully represents us, something simple, modern. All right, and that is what I'm trying to do here. So I'm going to use 26 for this, and I'm going to move this up like that. All right, yes, so 26 is fine. So this is the about the logo, or let's just make it 24. All right, no, let's make it 28 or 26. Let's do 26. And I'm going to move this up. No, don't make it too tight, please. The space between the rows is very important. So I have it here that the idea was to create a logo that looks professional and represent the brand. And I am going to make a copy of this and move this here, and I'm going to put the solution here. So right now I'm going to paste that and boom here. So this is the solution. So the solution and the solution and the goal should have the same width. All right, they should have the same width. So what I'm going to do is let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this now because I prefer the width of the solution. So I'll paste the text, the goal text again inside the text frame like that. And yeah, then I'm going to delete this now. And this can come right here. Then we can now have this here like so. Okay, so I think this is still not looking okay because the solution here, the right up here is much, so we need to find a way to reduce it. I said the Icoma team logo captures this essence of professional service with its yet impactful design. It's harmonious composition and choice of colors. All right, so I'm going to take out this. Okay, good. So we can put this when we get to the color part. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this like 1, 2. Okay, and move this up once. And I'm going to do the same move here. I'm going to do 1 and move it up once. Good, like that. Okay, so now that we've adjusted the width, so I'm going to push this in a bit like that, and also push this in a bit. All right, now for balance sake, all right, so what I'm going to do again is I'm going to make a copy of this, move this here. All right, no, sorry, it should be the solution. So I'm going to make this a copy here. All right, then I'll copy the goal again and paste. All right, yeah, so these are the things you need to go through if you want your portfolio to look professional. So I'm going to delete this like that. Now this is good. So now if I hit Ctrl H, now we have this like that. And so our layouts now, contents will remain here, and the only thing we'll just be placing here is the project. All right, so now that we have the logo here, it's time for us to now start, you know, playing with the look of the logo. I mean, the different the steps. All right, and then we now get to the mockup. So here I need to add a full stop like that. Okay, yes. So then this is the brief. All right, then we go straight to the next page that says uh what's it called? Can I just call it the steps? All right, and okay, then we don't need this here, here. We don't need this, so I'm going to delete this. All right, then we need to hide this, and we need to take this out. So I'm going to go to, okay, so we need to change the background of this to black. All right, now I'm not always a fan of using 100% black, okay? So I'm going to change, I'm not going to use 100% black because I don't know why. I'm not just a fan of using 100% black. So I'm going to use this value of black here. And my numbering is going to be above this. And we need to change the color of our texts to white. And change this to white. Okay, good. Then we are going to paste the steps. All right, I'm talking of the elements that made the logo here now. So I'm going to go to Illustrator here now. Then I'm going to copy this. All right, then I'm going to come to Photoshop here and paste. I'm going to say Smart Object, fine, and this is going to come right here. And then we'll go back to Illustrator now and copy this again. Then we are going to paste this here. And I'm going to make sure that this is well aligned like that. All right. So we're going to move this here like so. All right. This is good. And change the blend mode here to multiply. All right. Because I want to see the texture of my background here on, you know, on my background here. All right. So yeah, this is good. So then we're going straight to the next page. All right. So I'm going to hit Ctrl J and move this up here and hide this. And I'm going to call this, let's just call this color. All right. Color. Now, please, everything you see me do here are all the things you need when placing logo design in your portfolio. Is very important. Okay. So yeah, so for this again, we don't need all these write-ups. All right, we don't need all these write-ups. So I'm gonna hit delete like that, and also we all don't need this. Then we are gonna create two boxes. So I'm gonna drag this and drop. I'm gonna draw this here. Hit Ctrl H to make this visible. All right, and first, let's make this blue color here. Okay, and this can come right here. Put this down here, like so. Okay. Then hit Ctrl J. Put this here. All right. Then this can touch here. Oh no, let's make it touch here, all right? Because this side here is for our right top, all right? Yes. So then, so we have red and blue as the brand color. So I'll go straight to my Illustrator here and copy the colored logo here because I want to use the value of that, the color of the red here. So I'm going to, the color on the eye symbol here. And I'll go straight to Photoshop again and paste this here and say, okay. All right. Yeah. So then, so I'm going to make this the red color like that. All right. Then we need to copy the color code. All right. So the idea of doing this is to create that impression that when you design logo, you understand how to make, like how to instruct the users on how they can play with the logo when they have the brand color on their project, all right, on the project that they did for the brand, all right. So then I'm going to hit Control J here now and move this here like that. And let's see, the color code for this is I'll copy this, then no, sorry, paste. Good. So then what we're going to do is I'm going to go to where I have the logo. All right, I'll go to Illustrator now and copy the logo like that again. And this time, I'm not going to use the option I've been using. I'm just going to use shape here and select the OK button. Now, the reason I'm using shape here is because I want to be able to change the color of the logo here in Photoshop. So I'll change this to white. Sorry, should be white like that. So the idea here is to make them see what the logo and what the logo is going to look like on a white, on the brand color, and how to use it on the brand color. All right. Yes. So this is good. And the text where we talk about the color. All right. So I'll copy that now, and we don't need this again. All right. We don't need this. Then I'm going to go to where I have the steps here. And is it the steps? Okay, this. All right. So I'll make a copy of this. All right. And position this here. So this is the text. This is the write-up that we created for the goal. So I'm going to paste the color text here now like that and hit Control J like that. This is good. So yeah, this is how this page is going to look, and this is what this page is going to look like. And let's go straight to the important part now, which is the mockup, because the use of mockup is also important where achieving a beautiful portfolio is concerned. All right, so I'm going to move this in here, and like I said in the description section of this video, there's a link where you can get the mockup for this training. So I'm not going to do all the designs for you guys to see, but I'm only going to show you guys how to play with mockup, and then you guys can now start, applying your design to the to the mockup. All right, yourself. All right, so look at this, guys. I know so many of you are used to seeing image mockup like this, and you always want to know how to place your design on it to make it look like the design is actually printed on the mockup. So I'm teaching you guys how to achieve that now. So the first thing you need to do is you need to use perspective crop tool here, and I'm going to make sure that my crop tool here is touching the edges of my billboard here. Now, the reason why you need to do this on logo design is because most clients use this to check if you understand branding. All right, if you understand branding and if you understand how to play with logos on billboards. These are tricks that I'm giving you guys here. All right, because I know so many of you see designers put designs with mockup on their portfolio. The idea is not just to put design on the not just to put the mockup on the portfolio. The idea is to make the viewer understand that you know what it takes when it comes to designing billboard designs, how to arrange the logo and your layout. All right. So right now I'm going to copy the so I have this image, all right, that I downloaded from the internet. So I'm going to drag this and drop here. Now listen, guys, before sorry, there's something I'm supposed to do before doing this. We need to adjust the size, all right, of our project. So I'm going to just make this let's just make it 1100, All right, and I'm going to select the OK button. Now, the reason why I'm tampering with the width and not the height here is because the frame here is a landscape project. Please, I want every one of you to catch that. The reason why I tamper with the width and not the height is because it's a landscape. If the project, all right, if the frame size is portrait, I'll play with the height. All right, yes. So now I know some of you are wondering, why do you have to do that? The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to have good quality of the design on my portfolio. All right, I want the design to look sharp. That's the reason why I decided to play with the the frame. All right, sorry, my mind is somewhere else. All right, so yeah, I'm going to drag this image now and drop here, and I need every one of you to leave whatever you're doing now and pay attention to what I'm about to do here right now. Now, before getting any image on your portfolio, like the way I'm playing with this image here now, two things you need to put in place. Number one is, if you're using characters, all right, please make sure those characters are putting on smiley faces. Now, make sure they are putting on smiley face. Why? Because there's this feel that smiley face always give design projects. They always make it look friendly and calm. So please make sure you look for pictures of people smiling. And then the other thing you also need to do is, when you have the image, all right, please don't just use the image the way you download it. Add depth to the image in order to make it pop. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to do that now. Now look at this. This image is not really filling the frame. All right, so I'm going to find a way to fix that now. So right now I'm going to draw a marquee shape here now and hit Ctrl J. So yeah, so I'm going to make this big, and the reason I'm making it big is because this part here is not necessary. It's not adding to the project, so I'm going to take it out. All right, and make this big like that. All right, then we have enough room to place our text. So I'm going to add a layer mask to this and then softly take this out like that. So just make the take out those lines from the image. Yeah, this is good. And I'm going to go straight to Illustrator now and copy the logo like that. All right, and I'm going to paste the logo here. All right, I'm going to paste it here and hit Smart Object. So if I hit the Smart Object, what I'm telling Photoshop to do for me is, please do not change the color of the logo. All right, so I'm going to move this here and place this somewhere around here, like that. And yep, so we're going to move this here. All right. So I'm not really feeling this layout here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this. All right, and go back to Illustrator here now and move this to somewhere here like that. Now, the reason why I'm placing the logo here is because when it was here, all right, there's this space I'm seeing on the billboard that is not really helping. All right, there's too many empty space on both sides of the logo, which is not okay. So I decided to place it here. Now, if I place the logo here, all right, it's not going to work because it's going to look like we have double I here. All right, so so that's the reason why I decided to place it here. Okay, yeah, and these are also part of the things that your viewers, all right, your employer is going to see, to know that, yeah, this guy actually understand or this person understand the placing of logo on design project. All right, so I'm going to hit Ctrl V here now and select the OK button, and then I'm going to move this and place it here. Now look at how beautiful this is. All right, so we're going to place this here. I'm still seeing some errors here. All right, so I'm going to move this to this side like that. Good. All right, then the other thing I want to do again is, I hate the fact I'm seeing this blue color right here on my background. So I'm going to use curve to take that out like that. All right. Then now I was looking at see if there's this burn effect on my subject here. So I'm going to select the brush tool and then increase my brush size and make sure that my foreground is set to black. And I'm going to take the curve away from my subject here like that. All right. Then we're going to copy the, the text from the brand, from the company. So I'm going to copy this part where we work hard to fit your every need. All right. So I copied this from the website of the brand of the organization. All right. So I'm going to paste this here. And remember, we have there's this we have the fonts for the brand, which is Marvin. Sorry, I've missed something. Okay, we're still going to go back to it. So I'm going to change this to bold and turn this, make this come right here. All right, I'm going to make this come right here. Okay, and I'll make this smaller like that, and this can come in here. Okay, you know what? Fit should go up. All right, and this should come down like that. All right, so we can do this, and you can also pick the color from the brand like that. All right, and adjust the space between the rows like so. So it's a billboard, so there should be enough space between the rows. All right, yeah, this is good. And I'm just going to do Lorem Ipsum text here. All right, I'm going to still on Marvin, and I'm going to select medium, and I'm going to change this to sorry, I'm not supposed to. Why did I paste that there? I was not supposed to paste it. So just going to yes, so we are going to use 11. Yeah, and this should be regular, and we are going to close the space like that. Now notice the way I'm playing with space here. So because this is a billboard, please avoid making the space between your rows too tight. So I'm going to use medium. All right, because by the time we put this on the billboard, it's possible it's not going to, it won't be visible. All right, so that's the reason why I decided to use medium here. Okay, so I'll move this down a bit like that. Yeah, this is good. And I'm going to put 2023. All right, reserve text. So I'll put 2023. Then put the brand name IOCNNA. Then now put all rights reserved like that. All right. Then the brand name needs to be bold like so. And yeah, so we are going to move this here like that. Now it's time for us to put this on the billboard. Before we do that, just feel like making this a bit bigger. All right, like that. And this can go up a bit, you know, like that. This is good. So now let's put this on the billboard. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to where I have, okay, so what I will do is I'm going to drag the billboard image in again. So I'll drag that from okay. Mockup. Yep. So I'll drag this and drop here like that. Okay. So what we need to do is, guys, we need to save this. So I'll save this as I'm gonna put this somewhere on my computer. I just call this mock. All right, and I hit save and hit the OK button. Then I'm gonna drag this and drop here again. Now, see, guys, this is how to play with mockup in graphic design. All right. So I'm going to go to where I have the project right here. All right. And I'm going to draw this. Okay. On the project. I hope somebody's following. And I'm going to change the color of this to no fill and change this to fill. Okay, then I'll drag this. Now this needs to fill the pro. Yeah. So I'm going to drag this and drop right here. Then I'll convert this to a smart object, reduce the opacity, and position this somewhere here. Make sure this is touching the corners of your billboard. And I'm going to hit Control T and right click, and select distort. Move this here. All right. Then I'm going to zoom out and move this here. And I'm going to move this here like so. I think we're good. Yeah, so I'm going to hit the enter key and I'm going to make this visible now. Then I'm going to right click now and say edit contents here. All right. Now I'm going to go to where I have the project designed. This is it here. We don't need this again. So I'm going to drag this and drop here. And we are going to make this smaller like that. We're going to make it smaller. Come here and this needs to go up like that. Make this bigger like so. I hope somebody's watching me. All right. Then I'm going to hit Control S. Then if I go to where to the project now, all right, now you see that our project is now on the billboard looking excellent. All right, now I'm going to stamp visible this or hit Control E, all right, to merge the layers. So it's Control E that I use. And yeah, I think there's a problem here. So I'm going to use Control Z and hit Control T because we need to fill this side here. So I'll right click again and say distort and cover this side here. All right. So yeah, I think this is nice. We can still go back and hit Control T again, right click and select warp because I'm trying to cover those white lines like that. All right, like that, and hit the enter key and boom, this is what we have. Look at how beautiful this is. All right, and you can also hit multiply just in case you want to have the shadows from the billboard on your artwork. So you can change your project to multiply and you can then you have the the shadow from the light here on the project, and then you can now hit Control E to merge the project and take this to your portfolio like that. All right. So we're supposed to create a document for this. So what I'm going to do is to hit Control J. All right. And call this mockup 1. All right. Mockup 1 like that. And we're going to delete this. And this should come right here. And I'm going to convert this to a smart object. All right. And we don't need this. All right. We're going to take this out. And we also, yes. So then I think we don't also need this to here. I think I've deleted the wrong thing here. All right. Okay. Yes. So what is this? Okay, the logo. So I'm going to take this out and make this visible, and then we can now make this bigger like that. All right, you can make it bigger, or better still, you can move it down here like that, make it fill the frame, and then you can now draw a part here or a marquee shape right there because it's covering the menu page. And I'm going to hit I'm going to hit the layer mask, sorry, to cut out that part of the project. And I'm going to hit Control I to reverse the mask, and bam, we have our first mock-up like that. And there's another thing I did not remember to do here, which I'm going to quickly do here, because when you're designing a logo for, when you're putting a logo in your portfolio, there's also this part of making them see the typography that you have on the portfolio. I mean, on the type that you created for the logo. So what I'm going to do is, before we even do that, I feel like making this a bit brighter. So I'm going to move this up, a bit like that, and that is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer. I'm going to make a new, I'm going to duplicate one of the group here, and I'm going to call this type. All right. Then, yeah. So then I'm going to, let's say, we can use the color from the brand, all right, to create the type. All right. So I'm going to put this in the bin right here, and activate the free transform and make this fill here like that. So I'm still on the guide. I'm not going out of my guide here, and I'm going to call this, we're going to give the name of the type used here. All right. So I'm going to call this Marvin. Okay. And I'm going to change the color of this to white and make this big. So the type is Marvin Pro. Okay. So we're going to change this to Marvin Pro here. Okay, like that. Good. Then we're going to position this here, and we can make this a bit bigger like that. All right. So that's the, okay, you know what? Let's just position it here. All right. And we can move this, make it big like that. And I'm going to draw a text frame here, and I'm going to type 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The small letter A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, L, M, N, enter, O, P, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. All right. So then I'm going to make this bigger. All right. I'm going to make this bigger like that. All right. So this can come here. So we can use regular for this. And this can come here. And we can make a copy of this and position this here and take this out. So change this to cap. And we know I'm going to move this in a bit like that. Activate the free transform. So the shortcut for the free transform is Ctrl T. All right. And I'm going to draw a text frame right here. All right. Then I'm going to make this. So the idea is to display the beauty of the type. All right. Because your choice of type is also what your employer is going to check. All right. They're going to check if you are good at selecting the right type for the right, for the project. All right. So I'm going to come right here now and call this typography. Typography. Sorry, I thought I'm typing. Typography. Typography. Like that, and make this bold. And I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. And then this should align to this, and this can go up a bit like that. We can now move this up a bit like so. Then I'll go to Illustrator, then copy the logo and go back to Photoshop and then paste the logo here and use shape here because we need to change the color. All right, so I'll change the color to white. Then we can now have that somewhere here. Okay. And if I hit Control H now, look at this. Look at how beautiful this is. This is a beautiful layout, guys. All right. So guys, well, I'm going to stop here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So we are going to continue again next week. So you guys should try and practicalize how to play with the mockup. All right, which is this. All right, try and see how you can do this, because this is part of what you need to know how to do when designing your portfolio. So try play with this, and also play with the other other mockups. I'm going to do the other mockups myself. I'm going to do the design of the other mockups and share it with you guys next week. But if you guys want me to do it live, if you want to see me do designs on the mockup live, you can drop a message, and then I'll do my best to make the next week training the making of that design for the mockup. So if you want me to design, if you want to watch me do the designs on the mockup live, I will appreciate if you can drop a message and I'll let me know. But if you want to do it yourself so we can proceed to the next part of the training, you can also drop a message. All right. So I'll go through your messages and then I'll go with the message with the highest vote. All right. So for those of you who are new to my channel, please, I will appreciate if you can hit the subscribe button. All right. Because I'm going to be doing, more series like this for you guys to watch. Sorry. I need you guys. All right. Okay. So I'm seeing your messages, guys. Okay. So I can see Ojeni Ebenezer's message here saying, I want to watch you do it, sir. Okay. In fact, watching me do it is what I believe will help you, because there are some other type of mockups in the exercise file that I believe that you may not really know how to play with the mockup, making your design fit the frame of the mockup. So next week we are going to design the other mockup. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up, and I'll appreciate if you can share this with other creatives. If you have questions you want to ask me, please, I won't be able to answer your questions today, but next week I'll do my best to answer your question. So you can drop your question, just type your question out. Next week, before I start designing the mock-up, I'll answer all your questions, and we are going to go from there. All right. So thank you everyone once again. I appreciate you guys for joining this live training, and I'll see every one of you again in the next one.